But my impression of this teacher, right, is that because ACS is a Christian school, we were having chapel, right, and then the subject matter was like pornography, and then I'll never forget, right, he went up to the front, then he says that for you guys that need prayer, right, for pornography, please come to the front. I myself have struggled with this issue. Hey, 1 to 4, it's good to be in Singapore. This is the SG Draft Podcast. I'm the host, and welcome to another episode of the SG Draft Podcast presented by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, for those of you that are tuning in via YouTube, any sort of podcasting platform, hi again. Thanks so much for giving us a try, for giving us a listen. We're just a bunch of Singaporeans that want to celebrate Teachers Day. Even though we gotta go and vote. I kind of neglected the teachers. But once again, I'm joined by 4 students that were very naughty. I'm joined by the drafting crew. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing well?
Hello. I was like, I just wasn't good at studying. There's a difference.
Same.
For the record, I was a student.
That's just wrong.
A whole episode about how you skip school for like 8 months a year.
Yeah, dude.
Don't you think that's
the G2 pen?
Don't you think that's a bad, like that's one of the best students with that, not even present?
You give the least problems and the most problems at the same time.
It's confusing. Life is confusing.
The day that this episode comes up, it will be Teachers Day. Ironically enough, it will also be voting day.
Yes.
All of us will be going to vote. Episode, we're going to doing a subjects draft. And the reason why we're doing a subjects draft is because, in particular, I would say that, maybe you see whether you guys agree, that a huge contribution to your enjoyment of the subject, right, is related to the teacher. Do you feel?
It's truth. It's truth.
Honestly, not really.
Not really, You don't feel that way?
No. I find that if I didn't like the subject, I probably wouldn't even bother.
From a very young age, the teachers the one that makes the subject comes to life. Like how interesting they are, or like how funny they are.
I look at it this way, like there are teachers that I had, right, that were good at what they thought and they were funny, right, but I didn't really learn anything because I just didn't like the subject.
I feel like it's the opposite effect for me,
Yeah.
It's like,
I feel like if I really didn't like the subject, right, I probably won't like really try.
Yeah, but okay, I also had this another effect, right, where I hated the subject and I hated the teacher. To me, the effect of the teacher is quite drastic, I feel.
That one there was, but so far I think only one subject that had
Chinese, is it?
No.
Stop taking pics, Jiong.
No. It's a different subject. It's nothing to do with that.
Okay. Is it the class?
I just blurted it out without thinking it's a subject.
We're jumping. Okay, let's talk a bit about last week's draft first, which was the fancy dinner draft. How do you guys feel? Yeah. Which thing do you vote for, Brendan? Do you remember?
I voted for you. I voted for yours. The one with the tiramisu. It's nice. I felt like the pairing was one of the best. Some of the others I like some of their food, but I felt like it wouldn't go well with the dessert, or I felt like it wouldn't go well with the appetizer. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Jiong and Eldet, you got any regrets?
Foie gras.
Not taking foie gras.
No, because I took the soup first, ma. The foie gras was still on the table. After the soup, then you took the foie gras. So I had the second pick. I should have taken the foie gras.
If you didn't take foie gras, I would have taken escargot. As in, I don't know whether it fits. Yeah, but as in,
but escargot also will fit your one. Yeah. Right? And foie gras, there's something about foie gras that says class. I'm surprised someone picked caviar.
Yeah, but caviar, I feel that it has to be like paired with something like crackers.
Yeah. Caviar, like that's like caviar with like something. Caviar with scallops. Oh my gosh. Whew.
Okay. If you had picked scallops with caviar, that would be quite a nice combo.
Yeah.
It make you feel rich.
Yeah, it's like a fancy.
Yeah, fancy. Jiong, any regrets?
I regret not picking a better appetizer.
Can you please say the name of the appetizer one more time?
Insalata Cesare.
Insalata Cesare.
Yeah,
that lost me.
The Caesar salad.
I memorized Insalata Cesare and the Di Cioccolato. Correct? What's that?
Totino e Cioccolato.
Molten lava chocolate cake. But oh well. I think it was overall quite a fun draft. There was a lot of funny moments and it was like a very nice 1 hour, like full of gags that episode lah. So if you haven't watched it yet, please go and like tune over to go and see. Also go and see the clips. It's really very funny lah. I won that draft, so I will have to use the advantage again for this week's draft. Okay, let's move on to this week's draft, which is the subjects draft, school subjects draft. There are some rules and some things that I think you have to clarify first. This is more specifically a A-level, O-level type of draft. So the subjects have to be taught at A-level, O-level standard lah. And then specifically, I think that it has to be not like poly or lecture, like uni type, because that's not MOE teachers, that's more like lecturers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a question though. Like, if let's say, because there are some subjects where it's like combined versus pure. So if you to take like a combined version of that particular group of subjects, right, versus the pure, right, is the other one still available?
No, I believe that for this one you don't pick the combined. You just picking the specific.
So it's just specifically the pure lah.
Yeah. Be it whether you want to combine, because at the end of the day, the combined one, your class is separated. Right? It's a different teacher teaching you. Yeah, both.
That's true.
Yeah.
So just we're taking the pure subject on its own lah.
Yeah, pure subject.
Okay, can.
It have to be examinable by O level and A level standards lah.
So I was gonna say right. For the second rule, right, is that it has to be a subject taught at most schools. As long as it's taught in majority of schools, I think it's okay. Because like for instance, ACS, right? We had drama in ACS Barker. It's like a lesson that was blocked out like 1 hour a week. We have to go for drama class. But then it's not taught in like other schools. So it's like I feel that it's not valid. Or like some other schools they might have like what ballet or something like that.
How about some subjects that only certain schools take? Then if you take, you have to like travel all the way to this particular school just to take lessons for it.
But it's a testable subject lah.
Yeah. By OA level lah. Yeah.
Okay, then I got one more question, right? Standard higher.
I think it's just pick the basic.
The basic one, right? So we eliminate the higher whatever lah.
I think that we should not include like PSLE level type of like. Do you know what I mean? Because
so it's only O and A level lah.
Yes, because if you pick the PSLE one, right, it's like of course I enjoy it more than the O level one, because it's easier to it's easier to learn, and I was much more childish. Like topics like science or maths, right? Like they have specific types lah. So I would prefer you pick the specific type. You cannot just pick like I want PSLE math or I want PSLE science. You get what I mean, right?
Yep.
I got it.
Yep. Okay. Besides that, any more questions or queries? Everyone good?
Nope.
I am now going to put us all in the wheel because I won last week. Just I have a bigger portion of the wheel. That we should draft the winner.
I want the Pixar.
You had to use it already, if I'm not wrong. But Brandon, you have not used it. Which one draft the winner?
Childhood games. I have to use it today.
Childhood games. Yeah. You have to use it today. Okay, shit, forgot about that.
So both of us technically have to use it already lah.
I think you forfeited it already, Because
I think so. It might have been the case. Because it's more than 3.
Okay lah, it's like I just give you the thing lah. Brandon, you have to use your advantage here. Eldad, you also have to use your advantage here. I also have to use my advantage here. So the only one with a measly was more part of the wheel.
Don't give up, Young. You can do it.
1 out of 7. Okay, let's see. It is me. I'm going number one.
First.
Yeah, I'm going number one. Okay, next up. Okay, it is Eldad. What position you like? 2, 3, 4.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. All right, Brandon. 3 or 4?
I shall pick 3.
All right. Okay.
Number
That will be
4.
the official. Yeah. So the official draft order will be myself, Eldad, Brandon, and then T Young. Okay. Get out of the way. Let's get right into the subjects draft. All right. With the first official pick in the school subjects draft. I'm on the board, and I think I did struggle with this quite a bit. And actually, the reason I wanted to take first is not so much because I feel that there's a clear number one. It's for other reasons lah. So the reason, but I still think this is the most valuable subject to learn. Is literally the only subject that up to this day I think everyone uses because they have to use it for work. And our country uses this as the form of administration. So for that reason, I'm going to take English.
Unofficial national language.
Yeah, it's our nationally spoken language. If you'd ask me, to be honest, do I remember having a great English teacher? No. Like, I don't think that it was I had a great English teacher. But it was something that I feel that allowed me to use the creative side of my brain quite a bit, because especially when you write the comprehension, so I write like compositions and stuff like that. It's the only subject that I generally was like good at lah. And like in comparison to other subjects, I'm more of a creative person. I was not a other brain person lah. Yeah, so for me it's English. Do I have a standout teacher? I don't really think so lah. But you guys, will you have taken this first?
No,
I would have taken it first.
Sorry.
Oh, you were not taking it for Siyong and Brendan.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I have a different first pick that I will explain later if it falls to me.
Okay, but can I ask you guys, right? So did y'all not enjoy English? Is it the reason why that you wouldn't have put it first?
Because in my school, nobody really likes English, the class, because it's like nobody likes to read.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. Then it's like you're forcing yourself to read like English and forcing yourself to remember words. Then it's just like, yeah, this sucks.
And then, like if you go back to like the PSLE, even your kindergarten period, right? It's like one of those dreadful, most dreading things is the like spelling lessons.
Spelling,
or,
yes.
One less T
After this
here,
day,
one more R there, this kind of thing. Then later you wrong with just cross.
Oh, but I feel like it's just because for English, right? It's one of the hardest to like sort of learn. Because it's like naturally you have to read a lot more books to be good at English. But for maths, it's just like you can practice, you can memorize. For other and for
Yeah, so I was gonna say, right, that I think for me, because my brain is creative, right? As compared to someone that can sit down and then like memorize formulas, all these type of things. And then it's like problem solving, that type of stuff. It's not something I enjoy. And then if someone picks it later, then we can elaborate why. But I think it's just, for me, I pick it based on importance. I feel it's the most important subject to learn. Because,
which is true.
Yeah.
If you fail your English, you can't go to any school.
Really.
Really. It's very true.
It affects your daily life because it's like you can't work, you have to learn like some level of English. All right, next up, L. What are you going to take?
Okay, I'm going to go with a mother tongue. And I think this is very uncharacteristic for me. I'm going to pick Mandarin.
What?
No!
What?
No!
What? What's happening?
Honestly, right, it's because predominantly, right, like in Singapore, after English, right, is the most spoken language, predominantly. Yeah. And honestly, it's predominantly because, right, a lot of my funniest memories in school, right, is because of Chinese class.
All the Malaysians have left the chat.
No, but the thing is that you must understand that, like, where the school that me and Paul went to, is ACS, right, is historically known for being bad in Mandarin. Like, it's just very obvious one, right? So, like, typical class, right, usually we will have about 2 hours, right? So there was once I remember, right, my Chinese teacher, he's I don't know, you remember Mr. Chia?
Yeah, I remember Mr. Chia.
Yeah, Mr. Chia, right? So he's this very old like uncle one, right? Then he always very sleepy one. So there was one time, this happened for an entire year. He would literally go to class, and class for us is about 1.5 to 2 hours for mother tongue. He would just go into class, right? Play an English movie, right, with English subtitle. Then he would literally just sit there, right? And he would just like during class, right? Then all of us, right, inside class and in CLB, we're just watching the whole movie, right, with an English subtitle, right? Just listening to everything in English, right, and not bothering whether there was Chinese or not.
Yeah. And also, one thing I remember about this Mr. Chia, right, is that legit, like, people just won't turn up to the class.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He doesn't mark attendance.
He really doesn't care.
Shout out to Mr. Chia. I remember you.
It's like guys, the teacher that's close to retirement.
Yeah.
Like they just don't really care. They just don't care anymore already.
I appreciated Chinese because my mother forced me to take Chinese. And my Chinese teacher was very, very vigilant in the sense that she keep giving us homework and then I keep doing. So I only realized the importance of that after I went to A-levels and after I went to uni when I can pick Chinese lit, right? And then I had the good base of the Chinese language there for me to take even more advanced Chinese language, literature and history lessons.
Okay.
Which is why I would have picked that language if Eldad and Brandon hadn't picked.
Oh, bro, I knew you were going to pick that already, right?
Yeah, you throw me off my high mount.
Honestly,
my horse.
I'll be honest, this is a popularity pick.
Yeah.
I feel differently, brother. I feel
that's like
low on the list.
I voluntarily told them I don't want to do Chinese.
Somehow I was in CLB, right? It was really very fun. Like, legit.
CLB was fun. Wow, CLB was fun. Wow.
Yeah, learn nothing.
Wow.
Absolutely.
During class, we took out our laptops. Then the teacher was like, because usually it's a substitute teacher. Guys, let's not use our laptop. Let's pay attention to Chinese. Then I was just like, you're saying it in English. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why is the Chinese teacher talking English?
Yeah, then the exam or MCQ.
Yeah, or MCQ.
Or MCQ. Like, then got the composition is picture one.
Yeah, it's picture composition. Wow.
Can I ask you, in your schools, right? Was it a badge of honor to take CLB?
I don't think it was a badge of honor. I think it was
wasn't.
just an institutionalized thing.
It's just basically telling you your Mandarin is bad. You just need to. I just need to make sure that you pass your Mandarin.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so funny, and plus the fact that your school has the word literal Chinese word in the school name.
Yeah. That's why it should be anti.
It's called Anglo-Chinese.
The Chinese doesn't mean anything, bro.
Interesting. Second overall pick. I think we shall see where who knows lah. Maybe me and Brandon we also don't know what we're talking about. And actually it's a popular pick lah. Yeah. Okay. Next up, Brandon, what are you gonna take?
I'm going to take a class that I think most boys I think will enjoy this class. Like in my boys' school, this is a class that most people look forward to like every other day. It's PE! PE!
Education!
And I feel like
My most hated class because I was fat.
That's actually quite sad. That's actually quite true because during my PE class we also get to see sometimes we feel a bit bad. It's just that our friends who are a bit like the fatter ones, they will have to go the big boned. Yeah. Is obese the right word?
Carry on with the conversation, bro.
No, but the thing is they always get separated and they have to go run. But even though some of them are actually very good at the sport, it's like, hey bro, come to my team. It's like, bro, I have to run.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, oh, that's sad. That's sad. Yeah. But PE is like always been like especially in the boys' school, it's like wow, it's like you really look forward to it every other day. Like it's a one class where you can really unwind and like really go outdoors to like enjoy like games.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? That I think about PE is that it's a class, right, that really got very high highs, and then it's like the lows are really damn low. It's like because you like there are times that you run like non-stop or like it's not enjoyable lah. Because even then, right, I didn't like running, and then like during that period also. But the highs is like after exam period or after
games.
Yeah, or like after the NAFA test, right? Then they just don't care anymore because you just go there and then you play like basketball, football, and stuff like that. Yeah, really. But before that, right, it's like you run. Like every time you run, like
is it? In my school, you run like 3 laps, right? Then after you can play any sports you want.
Oh no,
like, you get to choose like any sports. Wow, that was like super fun.
Yeah,
I was like leading up to NAFA, you just run. You literally just run.
Yeah.
Then only after NAFA, right? Then after that, you can do whatever you want.
You can ask my brother when I went to Temasek Sec. You remember when we were between 14 and 15 years old, we had to change our NAFA test from incline pull-ups to pull-ups.
Yeah,
pull-ups. Correct.
Yeah. So the NAFA test happened to fall a few days before my birthday. So the examiner asked me, hey, you passed 15 years old or haven't passed? So I told him I haven't passed. So I did 30 incline pull-ups. Then how I know a few weeks later, right, my class president came and tell me, hey, tomorrow you're going up the stage, take a prize. I said, what prize? I'm like, I didn't do anything like for the school, no sports achievements. Like, what? I said, never mind, just go up take. So I didn't know what I'm taking, Then on the day itself, right, they announced that, oh, Jing Yong, well done. You set a school record for most number of pull-ups you did. Clap. Then everybody see this fat soul go up, wow, can do pull-ups, so many. Apparently it was a school record then. Yeah.
Wow. But actually, honestly, for a secondary school kid to do 30 pull-ups, that's quite sick.
Yeah. It must have retained at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Physical education. I think the fun times were fun, like the captain's ball and stuff like that.
Soccer, basketball.
And the best part is like sometimes it's like at the end of the day, then you just like PE like that. Then actually, then after you go home, then dirty all that. Yeah. All right. After physical education, Jiong, what are you going to take?
Since LDAT took my pick, I can only pick a subject because of my teacher. I have this teacher. I think he's now retired lah. His name was Mr. Yong. He very funny one. He used to show the number of people that were late for class and say, hey, y'all don't waste my time. You late 5 minutes. Kena scolded. Y'all just late half an hour. Go buy kopi, go buy prata for me. Then just come in, say hello to the security guard and come to my class. Don't waste my time. He was my form teacher and my maths teacher. I'm going to pick E-maths.
Oh,
wow, that's a good pick. I enjoy E-math a lot.
I hate the maths.
I also hate maths. Yeah,
but I understand
why you pick E-math, because it's like it's the perfect for someone that is the other side of the brain. That is like
Problem solving.
formulas or like they want to sit there and then problem solve. It's like that's the kind of lesson that is good for them lah. Yeah, E-math is more like angles and this type of thing lah. So I feel it's not so
knowing how to apply the formulas and everything lah.
Yeah. But I would just say that when you take E-math when it's A levels, it's also different. It's just it's different.
And you can say that E-math is also equally as like almost essential, equally essential to your O levels as English. Because without E-math, you can go to a lot of courses also.
Yeah, true. It's one of the more essential courses and stuff like that. Okay, but like when we're saying about teachers that really ruined my experience, right? There's this teacher in ACS Barker, right? I'm not going to say his name because I want to like show face or what lah. But if I tell the personality of this teacher, everyone will know who's this teacher lah. It was this guy, right, that he like got a bit of a intimidation complex. So it's like he'll come into class, he'll purposely try and intimidate people, all the students on purpose. So he will like read books, he'll take the book and fling it across the class, he'll call you stupid, take the book and throw it at your face and stuff like that lah. So from that period, right, he made me dislike E-maths more. So that's why I feel that it's in relation to the negative effect, because it made me just dislike E-math so much.
Teacher lah.
Yeah. But my impression of this teacher, right, is that because ACS is a Christian school, one day we were having chapel, right, and then the subject matter was like pornography, or something like that lah, to this extent. And then I'll never forget, right, he went up to the front, then he says that for you guys that need prayer, right, for pornography, please come to the front. I myself have struggled with this issue.
Oh wow!
What? I was like,
wow! Oh wow!
What? Yeah, I guess you need some release, because you got a lot of pent up anger.
What?
Yeah, man. Oh.
I always remember this particular teacher.
Wait, me a question. Do I know this teacher?
Yes. All I can say is that his name is the same, right, to a very famous Chinese director. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah. From there,
I know which one. I know which one.
Yeah. You know which one. After this episode, I'll say it. I was like,
Paul confirm knows who also.
Yeah, he made me dislike E-math a lot lah. This teacher, yeah. If he said the certain things that he said to me now, right, I will confirm like punch him or something like that. Limit things. Yeah, E-math. Okay, Jian, what's the next week?
I'm going to pick a subject that made me stay in JC instead of going poly. Besides the fact that the JC was very close to my house, I'm going to pick Chinese Lit.
Interesting.
If I hadn't picked Chinese Lit, I wouldn't have met me dad's wife also.
Yeah, I still would have met my wife.
Clearly, this is very clear.
Yeah, because at that time...
But you wouldn't be on this podcast because we wouldn't know each other.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because at that time, I was deciding between JC or like just go straight to poly and take clean energy. So if I had taken clean energy, it would have been a very, very different path, and I might have been richer now lah, because it's a booming industry now.
Choices you make in life. At least you're happy now.
I guess.
Yeah, because for like background information sake, like Jin Yong, you work in this industry now, correct? Chinese literature. Yeah. So in the end, also it sort of is like I'm quite surprised you didn't pick this first though.
That is true.
yeah, but it's okay. I think on the paper, E-math is more symbolic and easier.
Yeah.
How does it differentiate from the other version of Lit?
I think obviously in terms of the text that they study, it will be very different lah. But I think in terms of the examination skills and how they're being examined, right, I don't think there's much difference. Because end of the day, they are humanities subjects. So humanities subject always tests your ability to write arguments and argue.
Okay. Interesting. Chinese literature. Do you have a favorite Chinese literature book that you want to go and learn? That you had to learn during school? Do you remember?
I think in JC, I learned my least favorite Chinese literature book, honestly. Is the Dream of Red Chambers. I hated that thing, man. It was like one boy and like a lot of girls, and like I couldn't stand like their life. I'm like, forget it.
Alright, I guess Chinese literature. It's your job scope now, so this is a good pick for you.
But
okay.
Romance of Three Kingdoms worth reading, can go read.
Romance of Three Kingdoms.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, Brendan, your next pick, what are you going to take after PE?
After PE is my next favorite. Actually, honestly, this is my favorite topic, and for a multitude of reasons. Firstly, it's because like in my school, one of like the prettiest teachers was the teacher. It's everybody's crush. And
Say the name, bro. Say the name. Come on.
Miss Sandra Simon, I remember.
Oh, Sandra.
Well, it's a nice name. Such a nice name also. Such a cool name. Actually, I really hope that I'm remembering the right class because like I can't. I know she. I know she teaches this class, but the point is, it's been so long, right? It's just that I sometimes doubt myself, but I know I feel like she teaches this class. But the fact it's one of my favorite class because it really teaches you life skills. It's home economics.
Home economics. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun class, lah.
It's a really very fun class, and it's a class where I think it's the first time you can actually you sort of like learn how to cook on your own.
Yes,
Like
correct.
sort of, right. It's like your parents will like sort of they have to let you cook on your own because you know anyway they're going to let you cook in school, so you have to practice at home. Then your parents will teach you how to cook together. Then, honestly, it was very fun. I felt it was very very nice and very very fun.
Did y'all go through the fine dining lesson?
Not fine that like. What do you mean by fine dining lesson?
In poly,
So my school had a fine dining lesson where we really had to sit down. There was 3-4 courses served. Then we had the dessert fork, and then the dessert fork and the soup spoon, correct. Then the bigger fork. Then what is the one used for the dessert? What is the one used for soup? What the one? So we really had a lesson where we just sat there and eat, and then like you eat from outside in all the cutlery.
outside in. It's always outside in.
Then we had to put tie all these things. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is secondary school. Wow, my school that had it was in this kind of this event was in poly, like business communications, where you learn how to like yeah. But in secondary school to have this is that's quite cool.
Yeah, it's quite cool. Like a cool
Yeah,
thing.
I remember I have to
Very different from my home
tie,
economics.
then had to sit opposite a girl. Then you have to bring out the chair for the girl to sit. Then I remember the teacher still go around. Hey, you all don't just eat like quiet. You have to strike conversation. But then like, oh, the chicken today not bad. Yeah, not bad. I didn't know.
I can understand why we didn't get it, guys, because it's just literally talking to your friend across the table.
Yeah.
If it was in our school.
Yeah, they're teaching you how to risk, how to be.
Really, the risk.
Yeah, Rizix.
Risk lesson. Reasonomics.
Reasonomics. Yes, the foundations were set. But I took the higher level for O levels. Like the higher version of home economics. Yeah. The FNN.
FNN. Yes, FNN.
Yeah. But the different level of subject. It was completely different from home econs.
One of my friend who took the exam, right? He bought he thought it was cooking. Right? He thought like this should be considered cooking. He bought those microwave pizza. He bought the microwave pizza, right? Then he added some like his own ingredients on top of the pizza. He bought a plain microwave pizza, right? Then he added like ham and like then after he just like same what?
Funny. All right. Home econs is off the board. Okay, L. Yeah, I'm next. What are you going to take?
Okay, I'm going to take the subject that I think I was good at, but you guys can redo this because it's very similar to JS one. I'm going to take English literature purely.
Nice one.
Yeah, and mine is solely because, right, like, okay, this is one of the few like classes where I thought my teacher was awesome. So she's a very good teacher. Like, really makes literature very easy to digest. So for I think about Sec 3 all the way until my O levels, right, it was the same teacher. So I was a good, and it was my best subject because literally, honestly, right, I find that with lit, there's no right or wrong. You can it's open ended, so you can just write whatever you wanted to on the piece of paper, as long as it made logical sense.
Yeah,
there's no interpretation.
Yeah, and then also like I have the similar impact also because like English literature is like it ranks as one of my few favorite subjects because I had a great teacher. So I had this teacher called Graham Whiteley. I think it's like after he came in like shortly when you were about to leave, I think. Yeah.
He was at the time when he came in, he was like the lower sec English teacher.
Yeah. So he was a British like teacher. And then the books that he picked, right, were like The Outsiders.
The Outsiders.
Yeah, Animal Farm and How to Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, which I think like all three great books lah. But then the way that he would tell stories in the class about the thing, right, made me really love it lah. Because he, especially like when he went through like The Outsiders or he went through like the Animal Farm, then he go behind the back and then he teach you like what is Animal Farm actually about. It's actually about like Russian politics, about Stalin and how they kick out Trotsky and like all the like all these like Gorbachev, all this. Then after it made me really like love like I want to go and like learn more about this type of stuff lah. So
Yeah,
shout out Mr. Graham Whiteley. I always remember you. There always
I think
Animal Farm Outsiders and
because Animal Farm was like for ACS, it was always a very common like secondary school like lower sec
George
book.
Orwell.
Mine was more like I think the one I remember most was Macbeth
yeah, good book also.
Oh,
because I had to study that for O levels lah. So it was kind of drew into your head like from sec 3, sec 4 onwards. You remember the first few books you read, right? That's why you decide whether you have a good impression or bad impression of it.
yeah.
We had good books.
Yeah,
That's why.
I think ACS predominantly were all good books.
Yeah. For me, it was the first one was How to Kill a Mockingbird, and then The Outsiders and Animal Farm. 2 great books.
Yeah.
lah.
Correct.
Yeah.
You took pure lit also, right?
Yeah, I took purely. When I went to A levels, right, then I took to do Shakespeare stuff, right. Then it's like it was okay, but I did not enjoy it as much. So I did like Taming of the Shrew and stuff like that. Wuthering Heights. It's like different type of books lah. Still interesting, but yeah lah.
So I studied The Outsiders. I studied what Brandon didn't like, the Charlotte's Web.
Okay. At least you had one good book. All right. I'm up next. Let me think. This is the like strategizing part already because I don't want to take too many art stuff. Okay, I think this is the most fun science topic. Because you get
Recess.
to especially when you are in what's that? When you are learning in the puberty phase, I think it's the most fun because you learn a lot about your body and stuff like that, right? Taking biology.
Biology.
Yeah, and then after that, when you go to like the sec 3, sec 4 level, right, and then you take biology, it's like different lah. You can go and dissect stuff. You go and like learn how. Yeah, more experimental stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Lah. But I always have a good impression of biology, purely because of the sec 1, sec 2. I had a very good teacher lah. Yeah, overall it was quite a fun experience also. Then you can learn more about like, so this is what my body does when I'm going through like puberty, or like this is what my body. So this is how people give birth or stuff like that lah. So interesting subject for me, yeah, I guess. Yeah, but I'm guessing you guys, do you take biology? No? Yes, no?
Nope.
No, I didn't even know.
Not even in the lower sec level?
No, lower sec got,
biology.
but then when you go upper sec, I wasn't in position to take biology.
No, as you even take biology at all?
Well, no,
Yeah,
I took
there's no
biology in lower sec.
There's no biology in the lower sec.
God.
Wait,
Wait,
God.
I took.
He wasn't
I
around. He
think-
wasn't in school.
Hey, I was. I think for mine, my bio was like combined with like another subject. It's like it's really combined. Yeah,
For
in my
lower sec, no leh. For lower sec, they have to let you try all what? No man?
You
All
have
the
to do
science.
all that.
Yeah.
Lower sec, you have to
I
take
really
all.
felt. Is it? I don't remember
Yeah.
ever taking bio at all.
It's only when you go upper sec then you have to specialize.
Different from the other sciences where it's like there's more formulaic stuff, which I don't like. Yeah.
It's more hands-on. It's more hands-on.
Yeah, it's more hands-on. And I wanted to take a science topic lah. Because I'm definitely because after that
I always remember my bio teacher, right? When he taught the lesson on the reproductive organs and everything like that. Right?
Yeah.
I remember he taught until he just halfway through the lesson, he just sighed and said, I always hate teaching this topic. Because all the questions come like, hey, CHER, so when you grow old, your hair turn grey, your pubic hair turn grey or not? Well, then I remember I'm like, oh my god. He just sighed halfway like, I always
That's
hate
quite
teaching
funny,
this lesson. I'm like, poor teacher.
All right. My next pick after bio. Okay, I'll pick this one. And then hope that the other subjects will come back to me. Okay. So this is my second favorite topic, but it's also because I like. Even to this day, right? I like history stuff. So for me, right?
yes.
Yeah, personally, I enjoyed history. Yeah, it's because especially the war when we are learning in the secondary school, it's like the World War stuff. That's like the
World War
stuff we love.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, like World War One, World War Two, and stuff like that. So it's like after they murder Franz Ferdinand, then that's how World War One started. Then
Yeah.
after that,
Mm.
and then after that lead to World War Two. Then when I went to A levels and then I took history also, right? It's like the detailing of the World War II stuff is like, wow, it's like damn fun to learn. But then when you go into the detailing of the ASEAN stuff, I was like, oh, I did not enjoy like, wow, this one colonized who. In this year, you have to go and know like, oh, there's an internal war, civil war here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then you have to memorize all of the names and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even to this day, I still love history. So there are times where I'll go and check out like YouTube channels and then learn about like the Napoleon Wars, or I go and learn about like this stuff of like different times and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube channel called Oversimplified, which I watch a lot.
Yes.
Highly
I love
recommend because they animate all of the history stuff.
But I think they only one year one video, is it?
yeah, quite rare. It's very
Yeah.
But the detailing of each video is quite detailed lah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like PU, PEEL, point, elaboration, explanation. Example.
Inference,
a lot of
inference.
Yeah, inference.
Inference.
Oh, I infer from the here. I don't know.
What I can infer from this passage.
Yeah, from the
Then-
source.
Source. Yeah, from this source, then like, however, they always, however.
Then you know the L is like must link back to the point, right?
Yeah.
I had this friend, right, that was not good at history. Then he always would say like, I now link back to the main point. And his point. You keep doing this, man. Yeah. Peel. Okay. For me, history. I love history. Even to this day, I still love history. Okay. Hell yeah. Up next, what are you gonna take?
Okay, I think generally this is probably was my other favorite subject, social studies.
Social studies.
I actually enjoyed SS more than I did history in secondary school because it was more towards like social issues and social situations and issues. Like I can always remember like they always talk about Sri Lanka and then all the issues that were ongoing in Sri Lanka during
ongoing
the
war.
Tamil Tiger. Yeah. Plus, I think it's like it's also taught at a level where it's like they get you a bit interested, and then after that, they never you don't really have to go in depth into like the like the history level lah. So it's like you always have a good impression in your brain because you learn it at the storytelling phase instead of like the inference phase. Yeah. I had a teacher who taught social studies also. He would just talk about like the history of Singapore and not the book So he would tell us about like the gangsters in Geylang.
I would like
was it the same SS teacher as me?
I don't know.
The tall one.
Yeah.
Like I always remember like last time during O levels, right? You had to try to predict the topic.
Yeah, but there are only so few topics. Like maybe
correct. Then you'll be like, "Hey, bro, do you study this or not?" I never studied. Then actually the topic come out. Then you're like,
Venice.
Then you can see the after exam deflation.
All right. Social studies. Off the board. Okay, Brandon. Up next. What are you going to take?
Oh, I was really going to pick history. I can't believe I'm picking all the not so important topics.
A lot got very.
I'm going to continue with my series of not very fun topics to learn, but not very important life skills. Life skills, but not important subjects. I'm going to pick music.
Music makes you lose control.
Music makes you lose control. Let's go.
Yeah, I was going to pick music next if you came back to me. Yeah, I agree.
Well, honestly, and music teachers are like usually very like. I feel like my music teacher when in primary school was very nice and motherly. She was called Miss Maria Ho. Yeah, and she was very good. Then she'll make you very interested in like liking to sing. Then she'll make it enjoyable for everybody. Yeah.
One good thing about our school, the music is understaffed. So a lot of the times when the teacher's not there, there's a relief teacher for music for our school. Yes. So there's a lot of like long periods where it's like, the teacher's not even in the class. Then we end up just watching movies and stuff like that. But also like some of the things that you learn are quite fun. Like you learn about timing and then like how you can like sing and then, stuff like the recorder. You know, enjoy.
Oh my gosh, yes, yeah. The worst sounding instrument.
Yeah, always Amazing Grace. That one and the Titanic, these two. I'm like, cannot.
I remember it was always in the aircon room.
Yeah. It's always in the aircon.
Yeah. It was always in the aircon room. There's one class that you know that you're going to get aircon.
Yeah. So you go there and then rest. And then she'll like do some educational video about how timing, wind instruments are like what?
The difference between the wind and wind instruments. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, music is off the board. See you on your next two picks. What are you gonna take?
Oh, okay. I'm not hanging. Wait. I'm just thinking. Yeah. Okay. I'll take this. I'll take geography.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
but I pick geography not because of the physical geog, means like all the study of the stones, how do volcanoes come about, how do earthquake come about. I find that boring. What I like is human geog. Like you study the how people like their relationship, how they build a city, what affects tourism, this kind of thing. I find it more interesting than all this crater movements, earthquake coming, all this kind of thing.
But to be honest, you ask me anything about the actual geography, I cannot remember a single thing, bro.
Yeah. It's not
Yes,
memorize and
yes.
forget. Return them.
Yeah,
again.
it's really
Yeah,
I
correct.
memorized and forget completely it just to pass my lower sec. Then I was like, well, if I can don't do it, I don't want to do it already. Yeah, but I had a very funny geography teacher like my first year. Then I think he got into some trouble outside of school, right? Then our school kicked him out of the school.
Oh.
Yeah, for I don't know what he did lah, but at that level also, like there was rumors that
But he came back later, right?
no, he did not come back. Because it was when I was sec 1, right? He did not come back at all when I was there. Lah. After job, what are you going to take, my friend? Ooh.
I was going to put this to a last round because I'm not sure whether this is a subject. I just go put this out there. Can I pick sex ed?
No. I think
No.
it's not bio.
Yeah, that's part about it.
Okay, can. Then I shall pick this next. I shall pick this subject in my school that was infamous for producing drug addicts.
Huh.
I'm gonna pick D&T.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Design
yeah,
technology,
yeah.
Yeah, they used to say like whole cans of glue will go missing, then they'll find some 2 or 3 guys in some corner of the school sniffing or something.
Yeah. To be honest, it's true also. Like my school also, there was a lot of people that they'll just take the glue and stuff like that. Because it's the first time you experience like strong sort of glue lah.
Yeah,
Do you enjoy it though?
no. I'm sorry.
I did not enjoy it
I
either.
mean, stereotypically, I'm supposed to enjoy like wood making as a boy or whatnot. But I enjoyed like human geog. I enjoyed literature and history learning more than D&T lah. Honestly,
Yeah, I did not enjoy D&T. Do you guys like it?
Honestly, right? I find like this was the one where I thought all the D&D teachers in our school were super boring.
Yeah, our teacher
Yes.
was boring. Yeah.
Our
Yes.
teachers were horrible. So that's why it was like very hard.
Yeah.
It was very hard to like take D&D seriously.
Yeah. Some of my D&T teacher was my form teacher.
oh,
Tough, man.
oh,
Yeah. But I just always remember it's like cutting wood, gluing stuff together and sketching. Like a lot
Yeah.
of sketching.
yeah,
Stuff like that.
yeah.
You know, like you draw something, right? Then, like when you actually cut it, right, you always
Don't
screw
look
up.
like one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it looks nothing like the thing. You're just like, damn, I suck at this.
I had a friend
Yeah.
saw my other friend's top of the finger off.
Oh, damn.
What the wow?
Yeah, using the blade saw.
Mm.
Yeah, they're playing around. You don't. Later I cut you. They actually.
I really cut you.
Wow, wow.
Bad idea. All right, Brandon. Yeah, up next. What are you going to take?
I'm gonna pick my favorite science subject. I guess. Yeah. Is I thought it has a good balance of like for theory it was quite interesting and practical also even more interesting. It's chemistry.
Yeah,
The fact that you get
chemistry,
to mix, you get to mix the chemicals around. Then after you get to like see like you can see the theory actually translate to the practical. You know that the fact that when you mix this chemical with this chemical, then in the end, what chemical comes out?
I also feel that chemistry, right, is one of the things that is really the teacher method a lot to me because
Yes.
because I had a horrible like in school chemistry teacher. Like she was very, very fierce, and then she always would like send people to detention for talking and stuff like that lah. So in there, I did not enjoy the lessons, but I had a great chemistry tuition teacher that made me like really like chemistry because it's one of those topics, right? It's like when you look at it itself, right, it looks complicated, but then when you get it because it's very easy to understand. It's just balancing like different elements.
The
and stuff like
elements,
that.
yeah, correct.
Yeah. Then after when you get it, it's like, oh, okay, it's not that difficult lah. It's easy to understand.
Yeah.
It's just that you needed the right teacher to go and guide you.
Yeah, correct. My core form teacher was my chemistry class teacher, but then she said that that's why she made me feel very good about myself. She said that, Brendan, you're such a positive person. She was like,
Oh,
every time I send you out of class, then you straight away you take it so nice, you take it so positively. Because she sent me out of class very, very often.
talking lah.
It's like, for talking, for doing the distraction, for not finish my whole coming in late, for not finishing my homework. So pretty get out of class, I'm like, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Every once in
So
a while,
Brandon was a very outstanding student.
Yeah, very
Because
outstanding.
he was always outside standing.
Yeah.
correct, exactly.
Correct.
After chemistry, L, what are you going to take?
I'm gonna take the other science available. I'm gonna take physics.
Yeah, cool lah.
Our whole universe is in a hot and sweet.
I did not enjoy physics.
Oh, neither did I do, but I just that is I'm purely picking this right because physics class was also very funny. Must understand right that I was in the naughtiest class, and I was there right not purely because of behavior, but because I really just was bad at school.
Okay.
Yeah, so whenever I go to this class right, there was always a meter rule always broken one.
Was a teacher Samuel?
Yes.
Yeah, but I find that is like how to say, it's not so straightforward like E-math, because E-math is like really just numbers there, then you like have to go and figure it out. But then physics is like, oh, you have to go and calculate like the what weight, the what force, then the F equals m times a. Then after that, I did not enjoy it lah. Yeah. Then it's like what parallax error, what the Roy B give, all this right. This physics right, if I'm not wrong. Right?
Yes.
I thought it was okay lah. Because I felt like it's very similar to maths. It's like a bit
like
problem
formula
solving.
stuff, I guess.
Yeah, formulas.
I think if you like maths, you'll probably like physics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moment I could ditch it, right, I ditched it. Like the physics. Don't want to do it, yeah. Alright. Okay, after physics is me, I'm up next. Okay, so this is the reason why that I felt I wanted to go first. Is because after I picked the how to say the last 3 or 4 picks, right, it's like there's not a lot of options left. You know what I mean? It's like it's like slim pickings lah. That's why I wanted to get like some of the other ones first. Okay, I'll take the second one first lah. Vincent van Gogh. Leonardo da Vinci. Michelangelo. Impressionism. Cultural squares. Yeah.
Art.
Yeah. Art. Yes, yeah. It's a very subjective class also. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. As in, like, they only can give you parameters of like, oh, today we're doing surrealism, or today we're doing that, and you have to get like draw. But you still can draw badly and pass lah. So it's not like yeah lor. I had a fierce art teacher though, but like yeah, as in she always was very angry at us. But when she was doing the drawing, she never disturbed us lah. Yeah lah.
Is it that lady?
Yeah, it's that lady lah.
That
lady, a lot of like that lady, this person and stuff like that. Like, yeah lah. But as in
no, the famous art teacher in our school.
I enjoyed the lessons itself because it's really like I go there and then I turn my brain off. It's just like you just go and learn pastel colors and mix colors and stuff like that. Yeah. Slacker one. Okay. Alright, my last pick. This is a tough one because I think that the ones that are left, right, that are like more suitable, right, they are more A-level topics. So it's just picking which A-level topic I felt was the most useful to me lah, in my opinion. Because, okay, I think I'll take this one because I felt it was the most useful to me. And I think it's relatable if you were... Wow, this is tough, man. I can't decide really one of them. Okay, I'll take the one that I enjoy more lah. I think it's something that I enjoy more. I'll take economics. Okay.
Oh, that's what I'm going to next pick.
Oh, nice
so
one.
Sad.
Yeah. It's because the other topics, right, I felt that I enjoyed the... It's useful to you now, but I feel that I did not enjoy the process of doing it. So economics is something that I feel that it's more, how to say, something that you still apply to this day because it really teaches you like about business lah, like how markets work, demand and supply, ceteris paribus, international trade, monetary policy. I think these type of things are more life valuable financial stuff lah that you can still use to this day. It's not really math. It's really like explaining how the economy works. So there's not that much formulas and stuff like that lah. Even the formulas are quite basic for you to understand. It's like you go in depth. It's like maybe you go university, you study economics, and that is the like in depth level of yeah. Yeah. And it's a really exclusive like A-level topic lah. I enjoyed it also.
I did accounting in poly ma. So I
So
did
there's
like specific like a specific subject on economics. Macro and micro.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it's fine. And it gets you hooked onto like the business side of things. Like it makes you so much more interesting. Like wow, demand and supply. Like the fact that you have to that there's so many things you have to think about. Like the government. Like how the different ways to sell things. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And then somehow I feel that it's like after you learn the demand and supply stuff, right, you become like some genius businessman. And you tell people,
Yeah.
you know what you're doing, bro? The demand and supply of the market is like that.
You have to create demand, man.
It works like that because it's their
somewhere-
substitute. Yeah, their
And
substitute.
then when you grow older, you realize that you're not that big of a genius after all.
Yeah, right.
Control.
Lose money. Every time trade lose money. I don't know what the market wants. Yeah, in the end also the government control the market. It really is like that. Okay. Eldad, your last pick, what are you going to take? 3 last picks.
Oh. The problem is because I very limited because I didn't go JC. I need to most of it secondary school. So I'll just go with what I took and what's available. I will take principle of accounts.
Accounting!
you took my pick.
Ooh.
Which honestly, right, like
Poa.
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 This is the class I hated my teacher.
Oh,
Like,
is it?
to the core.
Oh.
She's a
Like, I
female teacher, right?
really hated it to a point that I decided to drop it.
She's a female teacher with she's an old female teacher, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember also. Yeah.
Oh.
That's tough.
Or like you just hate it with a vengeance, man.
There's only one person in this group that I think hates it more than you, Brandon. You took accounting in poly.
Yeah. No, but honestly, I love the subject in secondary school. Like, I thought it
Because
was
you're
so.
good at it, right?
Yeah, I was good at it, and I liked it a lot. It's maths, ma. It's maths, and it's like there's nothing more satisfying than getting like your balance sheet balanced, and like at the end of the day, after like a long, I spent like 30 minutes doing like all the sums and everything. Then it's like, hey, it balances. Then after you check the answer is wrong. Why am I
but I
doing
feel
my life?
But I feel like honestly, right, you have to enjoy this subject to be able to really want to learn it one.
Yeah.
Like if like you enjoy it at the start, right? Then when you start to dislike it towards the end, like, you're better off dropping the subject because it's just miserable. It really sucks.
But end of the day, when you especially when you're doing business, like any business topics, right? Be it in JC or as in be it in poly or in uni, right? You have to
Yeah.
take accounting, so it's like you're forced to lah. If
Yeah,
if
that
want
one you
to.
got no choice.
It's a very very sad life. It's just like every day I go to work, I look at the screen the entire day. I go home, I come back the next day. It's the same thing all over again. I don't talk to anybody. Nobody talk to me. Sooner or later, I just like disappear from life. You know.
It's a very like, if you like to be alone, you like to be quiet, right? Then you're okay with not interacting with the world, right? Then that's a job that suits you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're good at pointing out problems,
Yeah, I guess. All right. POA. Brandon, your last pick.
Oh no! Oh no! I really I honestly I'm not very
Slim pickings.
clear. Yeah, it's very slim pickings.
There are still a lot of languages, honestly, to pick.
But
Or
language.
A level examinable, just
Can
not
I
very
say
popular only.
A level paper like is GP a topic?
Yes.
Yeah, can I pick I'll pick GP instead.
Yeah, you can pick up.
No!
Yeah. I pick GP because like like it's something I like. It's something that I'm always very interested on, like how they test the exam, and it's like it's really just general knowledge, and it's like it's I felt it was very
yeah. But I'm
good.
curious, like for like just ask me that and GI, right? Like GP, what's a normal GP question? Like during A levels, like,
Okay, so it can be very general, like courage, discuss what is courage. Or it can be very specific, like you can say things like, the recent Uringa wars in Myanmar was down to the Buddhist, the government not controlling the Buddhists, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you agree or not agree? Then you have to argue this kind of thing.
Yeah, and then
you actually had to study like non-textbook lah.
yes, you have to be very well versed.
They have a
in-
few general topics, yeah.
Yeah, so they subcategorize like different subtopics. So for instance, there'll be a science topic, a political topic, like a miscellaneous topic, or like a arts topic. And then it's like to what extent has social media devalued true friendship in your society? Then you have to go and argue like that. It's not easy because you have to create like in your brain how to form it. It's not like English or this, It's like you have to be good at English is like the basic. Because you have to know how to write, and then after that it's like how creative you can be, and then like how, and then even in the question itself, right, there are like different like types of
Layers
questions and stuff like that. Yeah.
So for me, this is where a lot of teachers have failed the students, because a lot of teachers focus too much on the content teaching because they think that you need content to write. Yeah, but I think that the important thing in GP is teaching people how to answer the question and how to structure your arguments. That's more important.
Yes, correct. I agree. I had a great GP teacher. So even though I did not enjoy the subject, right, Mrs. Mayer, she was a very good GP teacher. She taught us how to construct. There's the main thing she always says is, you should have basic knowledge, but you should know how to construct your lessons and stuff like that. Yeah. GP is a good pick, as in, I think for what is available left, right, the other one, there's only one left that I think Jin Yong will take. So we shall see. Okay, Jin Yong, what are you going to take? Your last pick.
Yeah, give me stress. Now I don't know what to pick. Later, Scully, I pick something that is not what you think it is. Never mind, I just pick this topic because I genuinely enjoy it. I'll pick China Studies in Chinese.
Oh!
There's also China Studies in English, but I'm picking China Studies in Chinese.
Oh, damn.
Wow, your subjects are quite unique,
Yeah.
Wow. I think if you and me were in the same school, I probably would never ever see you.
Yeah. You will not be in the same circle of friends.
Yeah.
So it was like you learn about China itself, lah.
Yes, so they have different topics of China. Like for example,
History.
one topic might be about the political structure. Then another topic might be China's stance on, let's say, environment issues. Then like China and the world. So how do they manage their international policies? But this was during Hu Jintao's time, which is the ex-Chinese premier. So things were very different from when I studied and how China is now.
Okay.
Was this an A-level topic or was it a O-level topic?
It's an A-level topic.
It's an A-level topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically GP. That means it's essay-based, but with China as the main, the main thing to learn about.
Yeah.
And you wrote it in Mandarin.
Yes. Exam is in Mandarin.
Bruh. This sounds so stressful to me.
It sounds
like a torture.
Yeah. But okay, you liked it and you're doing it as like somewhat related to your Chinese instruction. So in the end, it all pays off. Okay. Let me read off the teams first, and then after we can talk about honorable mentions. There are not a lot.
Sure.
So for my team, right, it's English, biology, history, art, and economics. For Elder is Mandarin, English Lit, Social Studies, Physics, and Principle of Account. For Brandon is PE, Home Econs, Music, Chemistry, and GP. And for Jin Yong is EMath, Chinese Lit, Geography, D&T, and Chinese Studies in Chinese. China Studies in Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about some honorable mentions. I think the only few left is like Malay, like language lah. Yeah. And then project work.
Yeah, project work. Yes, exactly.
A-Maths.
A-Maths, I was going to pick A-Maths,
Yeah, I did not like A-Maths, man.
Yeah, but A-Maths is so tough. I liked it though. I liked it. Depreciation, all that nonsense.
Neither do you enjoy project work?
I did not enjoy project work.
I didn't enjoy also even though my group members were cooperative. Yeah.
Yes, I had great group members. So I even to this day, right, I always, as in like they were very nice people lah. My team. So it was Dulcie, Chloe, and Nadia, right? These three people. You're a very nice project. I just did not enjoy the subject. And we had
it's not you.
a shitty subject matter for the whole year, which I did not like also. Because it's like, if you all don't know how project work works, right? It's like at the start of the year, they give you like one main project, right? And then like you have to, the whole year, you have to craft a presentation based on this project lah. And then it's like there's a report, and then stuff like that.
You have to read articles about it, then you have to summarize the articles, this kind of thing. Then you have to do some presentation. Yeah.
And during the presentation, like people will ask you questions, then you have to go and learn how to go and rebuff the questions and stuff like that. But I think in terms of application, right, it's quite useful. Because when you go and do work now, right, especially work corporate life, you have to, when you do presentations or
project
you do,
management,
like, meetings, these are things that is like still relevant. So it was like, for me, I was debating this or don't I take economics? But I enjoy economics more than PW. I did not. I don't know. Somehow it's like very stressful to teach. It's a very difficult topic to teach because it's like you have to keep going through so many people's reports and stuff like that. Challenging, very, very challenging. Okay. Computing? I think this is a topic now, right? Computer science.
Apparently
but I think our time don't really have also.
No, don't have. Not relevant to us.
I saw like now there's this theater studies and drama, right? If that was a topic, I would have taken it last time.
Yes, I would have taken it also.
I would have taken it. That would have been so much fun.
Yeah. Food and nutrition. I enjoyed it a lot, but I just feel that if someone takes home economics, someone will people will lean more towards that. All right. Any more honorable mentions? I think we're good to go, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're good to go. Okay, that was our subjects draft. Alright, that was our school subjects draft. If you enjoyed the episode, please remember to give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. We have episodes that drops every Friday. But at the same time also, if you're into football, the football kaki is back because football season is back. Football kaki drops every Wednesday with Eldad, Paul, and Jordan. And also, if you're into fun topics, goofy and fun topics, there's a Kopi Bro show that drops every Monday with myself, Jin Yong, Brendan, and Paul. Okay. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to go and vote, please remember to hit to our Instagram page to vote. Voting opens every Friday at 12 p.m. and closes the next day, Saturday, 12 p.m. as well. All right. We hope everyone is going to be safe as you go and vote. Please, we do not neglect you, teachers. But remember
To keep warm because there is a draft coming.
ABC.
Easiest one.
1, 2, 3.
Easiest
Do, re, mi, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, you and me.
Bye bye.
Yeah, you're not teachers, but the teachers out there.
Don't forget to vote. If not, it's illegal not to vote.